The following may contain strong opinionated views. The views and opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the views or the opinions of any social media or broadcast platform.
Hi, welcome to Talk Back Live, a show that gets you involved in live conversation and sports with Brian Camp on Sports Update, bringing you the latest developments in today's world of sports. And now here's your host, Frank Allan.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a pleasant night to each and every one of you in your different time zones around the world and across the country. Here we are once again, another Thursday here in New York. That's where we're coming to you live from New York City. That's where we originate. It's 8 p.m. on the East Coast, 5 p.m. on the West Coast. It's Friday morning in London, though, at 1 a.m., 3 a.m. in Israel, and it's 9 a.m. in Tokyo. We want to take the opportunity to grab all of you together and welcome you to another edition of Talk Back Live. This is where we get together each week at this time, and we get together for a little fun and conversation. And of course, you know you're all invited. We've got a lot of things to talk about, and you can get in on the conversation with us just as well. All you have to do is use your fingers, stroke the keyboards, type in whatever you want to talk about. And of course, I will see you right there on the big screen. I'll entertain all of your thoughts and ideas and of opinions. Now, as the host of the show, first of all, I want to thank all of you guys who've been with us for so long. And of course, you already know the protocol on this show. But for the benefit of the people who are probably new to this show, we want to let you know how this show operates. As the host of the show, I'm getting things started right as I get going into the mode of preparing the show as I do. And this is how I'm doing it. And while I'm doing it at any time you want, even right now as we speak, you don't have to wait. All you have to do is just use your keyboard on your telephones, your computers, whether it's laptop, desktop, or even your tablet. Type in. And if there's anything in particular that you want to talk about in the show, feel free. It's an open forum. And all you have to do, as I said, just type it right in there. I'll see you, even if you just want to say hello. Now, a lot of people come on the show, they watch the show, and they don't participate, but that's okay. And I can understand if you're new and you don't want to do it the first night, you just want to sit back, relax, and make sense of the show. Well, that's okay as well, but feel free at any time you'd like to do that, because we like to acknowledge you personally as we say hello to you and you say hello to us. And you could also say hello to other people who come in wherever you're watching and whatever platform you're watching on, because we're on 3 different platforms. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And one of those 3 will get you there. Each one of them, people will come in and they'll say hi to you, and you can say hi to them as you say hi to me as well. So we all talk together. It's not just me, it's everyone who comes in. So we want to thank and welcome all of you, and thank you for being with us on this Thursday night. And for those of you who are watching us on Facebook, if you're watching us for the first time on Facebook, okay, take the opportunity right now to tag your friends. Tag this show to your friends. That's very easy. All you have to do is just tag them. They will see that tag coming from you. They'll notice it. They'll know it's coming from you. And all they have to do is just click onto the tag, and it brings me directly to right wherever you have tagged them, right on Facebook, you know, brings you directly here. And they could be on fun. And if they like what they see, if they like what they hear, of course, they'll come back again and again, just like you. And join in on the conversation as well. Remember, the more the merrier. The more the merrier. Now, you may have so many friends that you can't invite them all. You can still invite them a little bit at a time each week as you come back. A few more tonight, a few more tomorrow. Well, if you're joining us on a coffee hour, and a few more, you know, as the weeks go on. But take your best shot this week. Take your best pals this week and bring them in on the show, because we would love to get involved with them as they get involved with us as well. You guys who are watching us on YouTube, well, I have a YouTube channel. That's where you're watching us, right? Okay, if you're watching us on there, what we want you to do, if you haven't done it thus far, is to take the opportunity to subscribe to us. Now, you right there, all you have to do is just drag your mouse over, point the arrow where it says subscribe. You see that little thing that says subscribe. It's in black border and white print. All you have to do is just click onto that and it's right there. It's all right there. There's no problem. And the best part about the whole thing, and this is my favorite part, that there's no money involved. Everything is free. Everything that we do here is free. We don't ask for any money, any financial beings or anything. All we just ask is you take the time, be proactive, and just click on where it says subscribe and subscribe to us. Now, a lot of you guys have been around for us a long time and you haven't done it, okay? This is the time to do it. Now, a lot of people who are watching us on Facebook, even if you're watching us on Instagram or wherever you're watching us, get acquainted with our YouTube channel. Even if you're watching us on Facebook, sometime during the day, or tonight, or whenever we go up there, go there and subscribe, all right, and get acquainted, see what we have there going. And you may even want to watch the show from there. It doesn't really matter where you watch the show, just as long as you watch, all right? But please get acquainted with my YouTube channel, okay? That's what we ask you to do. And for all of you guys who are watching us on Instagram, you don't have to do anything special. The only thing that you have to do is just keep the word percolating, let everyone know that we're out here. Tell your family, friends, and relatives, and get them involved too. Now, I already told you guys on Facebook how to tag your friends. Now, you could do something similar. You guys who are watching us on YouTube and Instagram, all you have to do is cut and paste the link that you have there, the platform that you're on, cut and paste that and send it to your friends, all right? And as many as you like, as many as you like. We don't care. There's enough room for everyone. We're all around the world. We're global. The whole wide world can fit in here. All right, just do that. Let them get involved with us. All right, cut and paste the platform and send it to them. And when they see that, they'll click on, they'll come on to wherever you are, wherever you platform, whatever platform that you're watching us, they'll come right there with you. And again, they can join in with us and join in conversation, because that's what we're all about, just conversation and having a good time. I want to say hello and a pleasant evening to Mary Reed, coming out of Brooklyn, New York. She's always here. Thank you, Mary, for being with us. So many things to talk about. And I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad the rest of you guys are here as well. So take the time to do that, right? Cut and paste the platform that you're watching us on and send it to us. That would be great. Here we are at the merry, merry month of May, and it's almost over. It's the 22nd day of May. All right. It goes so fast. Summer months will be here before you know it. And the weather's going to get warmer, and there's going to be a lot of summertime activities where you're going. People are vacationing, doing this and doing that. And this is the time for it. The weather in a lot of places, like hot. Like I know in California, I know this for a fact. Yesterday, the temperatures went up somewhere around in Los Angeles, I think 110 degrees, something like that. Maybe a little bit higher than that. You know, it was hot in Los Angeles. You know, in the meantime, here in New York, we went back down to the 60s. We got cooler temperatures now. And so it's a little more not bone biting cold. It's anything but cold. We got a lot of breeze in the air. And then on top of that, we got rain in the forecast. And so we got a lot of rain. It's cool. And people are wearing their jackets again. I've seen people back in their leather jackets again. You know, when is this ever going to end? We'll see. Anyway, it's good to know that the summer months are on its way. May is over, or it's almost over. And we go into June, and we're going to be looking for a lot of things. Now, in this, as you call it, the merry, merry month of May, we're celebrating a few things in May, all right? This is the month of May, and all month long in May, we were celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Or if you just like to cut it short, you could say Asian American Heritage Month. All right. That's what we're celebrating all month long. So those of you and my friends in the Asian communities, wherever you are, even if you're abroad, just, you know, keep in mind that we're celebrating with you. And you can make it conversation as you come in. If you would like to talk about your Asian heritage or what's happening, if you have any kind of activities that you know that are going on in the Asian community, let us know. We'll put it out there and we'll celebrate along with you. All right, so that's what we're celebrating all month long. We're also celebrating Jewish American Heritage Month as well. Okay, there's a lot of things that'll be celebrated there. We're going to talk about that a little later on in the program as well, because we have more to add to that. But all of my friends who are celebrating, and if you have activities, I know there are a lot of activities. People in Washington, D.C. are having situations out there. We'll talk about that later, but they're going to the museum. There's a Jewish museum there that people visit all month long, as a matter of fact, all year round. But since it's the Jewish holidays, this is a good time to celebrate it, Jewish American Heritage Month, all month long. And until this month is over, we're going to keep talking about it. So we want to celebrate. And again, just like I told everyone else, is that all you have to do is let us know if there are any activities that you would like us to know about, or anything. We want to put it out there. We want to steer everybody to the right direction on where celebrations and festivities are taking place, and we want to celebrate along with you. Also, we want to acknowledge our military people, men and women, all in our military, all of the branches. And we're celebrating National Military Appreciation Month. So that means we're appreciating all of our boys and girls, brothers and sisters who are in the military, who have been in the military, and who have aspirations of going into the military. We want to thank you guys in advance. And for you guys have served already or who are serving now, of course, we salute you. I salute you with the right hand, as they usually do it, but I'll do it with the left hand. You can't go wrong, or both hands. Can't go wrong with it. Really appreciate you guys. You guys put your tails on the line every day for our protection here in the United States. And please, while you're in the military, do the right thing. Do the right thing. Continue to protect us as we send out prayers every day for you guys to survive there while you're there. Okay, so that's what we got going too. Okay, did you check your blood pressure lately? Well, we have National Blood Pressure Education Month. All right. Now I can give you education on that, but I'm not a doctor. But I can tell you, you can check your own blood pressure as well as going to the doctor. You don't have to wait to go to the doctor all the time to get your blood pressure checked. You can buy those devices in the drugstore or the pharmacy, where you could check your own blood pressure pumps. Right? You can do that, and just keep abreast of that, especially if you're getting older. You know that you have to keep in touch with all of those things, and make sure that your blood pressure is on a level. And if you're on medications, never hesitate to take them. Never hesitate to take them. All right. Take them religiously. If you have to use them, if your doctor says this is what you have to do, take them, and it's very important that we all stay healthy. But it is National Blood Pressure Education Month as well. You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. You just can't do it. If you're hungry, if you're deep for dessert, what we have this month is or for this day, National Vanilla Pudding Day. Did you have your Vanilla Pudding Day? All right. Now, it says National Vanilla Pudding Day. All right. Does that mean you have to eat vanilla pudding? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that it's National Vanilla Pudding Day. I like chocolate. I like butterscotch, but if you incline to do a vanilla pudding, that's okay too. It's yummy for the tummy, right? So that's what we got going. National Vanilla Pudding Day. This coming Monday, as you already know, Labor Day. We got Labor Day coming up. And of course, Labor Day, all of us have that long extended weekend, but I must say that on that particular day too is another acknowledgement that's very important that I want to bring out to you, that this Labor Day, the 25th, Monday, is also George Floyd Jr. George Floyd, all right? He died on that day, May 25th in 2020, 5 years ago. I'm not going to say he died. He was murdered that time. So that's the date that we have to look up, put it on your calendar to remember that this coming Monday is the anniversary of his death, as he was murdered by a police officer back then. And so we want to just keep that in mind. That's just when I mentioned Labor Day, that just reminded me of that. Okay. So you got that. But it is Labor Day on Monday. So we got a long weekend ahead of us. A long weekend. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be doing a lot of things, the offbeat things like barbecue in the backyard or do whatever you do to celebrate it. I know that's what you're going to be doing. And of course, everyone is looking forward to it. Everyone is looking forward to it. Okay. Let's see. Brian Camp is coming along with us next. But first off, George Wendt, an actor and comedian who was beloved for his performance as Norm Peterson on the long-running comedy series Cheers, has died. The beloved NBC sitcom ran for 11 seasons and starred Wendt as the lovable bear gulping Norm, aside his cast members, his cast mates, such as Rhea Perlman, Ted Danson, Woody Harrelson, Shelley Long, and Kelsey Grammer, and amongst others. He was 76 years old. We're going to miss him. Norm! Okay, we're going to call on Brian Camp right now because Brian Camp is way out there in Charlotte, North Carolina. He comes here each week with us with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. We've got all of the dates for you. If you have any sports-related questions, please bring them to us. Or not bring them, don't bring them to me, bring them to him. He's got the answers right there. Brian, welcome aboard and happy Thursday to you.
Norm! I used to love Cheers when anytime when Norm came into the bar, they always shout his name, said Norm.
That's right. That's right. That's a place where everybody knows your name.
That's right. That's right. Yes. Yes. Well, may he rest in peace. That was a pretty good show. Shelley Long, all of them, Ted Danson. There was another woman that replaced Shelley Long.
Chrissy Alley.
Chrissy Alley, right. Yeah.
She's no longer with us, but
Well, she passed away too? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, long time ago.
Okay. Oh, wow. My goodness. Okay.
And the coach.
And the coach, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. So
yep.
But so we are we're in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina, where it's presently 74 degrees, and it was a beautiful day today. Windy right now, but it's not a cold wind, but it's a nice spring wind, put it like that. Summer's not here yet. I think we're going to have this. The summer officially starts next month here in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina, where we had some pretty good weather, like I just said. But so we're here on the world of sports. When I say the world of sports, that's exactly what it is, the world of sports. But we're going to start with the NFL. The NFL owners approve a proposal for players to participate in flag football for the 2028 Los Angeles Summer Olympics. Now, all 32 teams owners voted to approve the event, even though they only needed 24 to have it approved. The league will need to negotiate with the National Football League Players Association, that's the union, of course, and as well as the Olympic officials and the national governing bodies on the specific of letting the NFL players to participate. Now, the danger part of this, you got to be very careful. Some players are for it, some are not. Some media people like it. A lot of the media people do not like it because when you playing in the Summer Olympics, you're taken away from your exhibition games and your workouts, your summer training and everything. And the danger of that, there is a danger, you might tear ACL or to your Achilles and you're going to be out for indefinitely for a year, maybe a career ending. If you've been watching the NBA playoffs in recent years, it doesn't take much to have Achilles torn. It could be non-contact and you would be injured on a freak play, as we saw with Jason Tatum with the Boston Celtics, how he tore his Achilles. He had a successful operation right afterwards, but now this is the long battle where he got to go to rehab, and he's going to be probably out for probably all of next season as well, because it takes over a year to get yourself healed, and you don't know if you're going to be the same. Kobe Bryant was one. Back in those old days, they didn't have injuries like that. You didn't hear about the Achilles injury or torn ligaments or torn Achilles. You didn't hear that. But now it's different nowadays, and you don't have to have, again, no contact, and you could really hurt yourself and injure yourself. Now, Major League Baseball has been charged, a man that was attended a Major League Baseball game was charged with providing alcohol to a 20-year-old who fell from an outfield stands at a Pittsburgh Pirate game on April 30th. Ethan Kirkwood, 21, of McKeeport, Pennsylvania, was arrested on misdemeanor charges of furnishing alcohol to a minor, and he has a preliminary hearing scheduled for June 23rd, which is next month, according to court documents. Now, Javon Markwood suffered serious injuries. That was the person who got hurt after falling from a top of a 21-foot high wall onto the warning track at PNC Park, which is the home of the Pittsburgh Pirates, during a game with the Pirates and Cubs. Now, Markwood was admitted to the trauma center. He was in critical condition, but has made substantial progress since the fall. So he's coming along slowly but surely. We're going to keep him in our thoughts and our prayers. I've been a person that's been saying this. Either you ban alcohol for doing baseball or any sporting event, because some people don't know how to hold their alcohol, and you could, for a freak accident, you do something crazy, and we don't want that. We don't want that at all. But you got to be very, very careful. Well, in the NBA, after winning his first scoring title and leading the Oklahoma City Thunder, to a league high 68 wins, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has earned his first NBA MVP award. It was announced this week. So congratulations to him. His team is about to start game 2 between the Minnesota Timberwolves against his team that he currently plays, which is the OKC Thunder. If you saw last night's game at the Garden, oh my. Madison Square Garden was just like that. Within 2 minutes, they were away from victorious and capturing game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals championship game. But then the chokehold. They choked. Not too long ago, Reggie Miller did that same chokehold in front of Spike Lee. Well, deja vu. Years later, it happened again, and it happened last night. The Knicks blew a big lead. They held a 17-point lead with 4 minutes left, blew the game, and now this is going to be hard for them to come back, not only to win some more games in this series, but to come back and win the series. So tough draw. Tough draw. And you did this in front of the fans of Madison Square Garden. The Knicks haven't won a championship since 1973. This is how long they've been waiting for this opportunity. It's been 52 years. 52 years without a championship. That's where we are. But this day in sports, May 22nd, 1930, New York Yankee Lou Gehrig, first to hit 3 home runs 3 times in a season. 3 home runs 3 times in a season. 1938, Dodgers announced their contracts to install lights at Ebbets Field. That was in 1938. 1962, New York Yankee Roger Maris walks 5 times. 4 of them was intentionally in a 9-inning game. 1963, Mickey Mantle hits a ball off the Yankee Stadium facade. That was, don't know if it was right-handed or left-handed, right field or left field, but that was some shot for him to hit it that far. 1970, Mel Stoudemire sets a record by walking 11 batters, but wins the game 2-0. 1985, Pete Rose, 2,108 run passes Hank Aaron as the National League run scoring leader. That's the record that he broke. 1992, the California Angels are involved in a bus crash in New Jersey. 1994, the Toronto Raptors NBA franchise unveils a new name called the Raptors and a logo. Birthdays on this day, 1943, Tommy John, Major League Baseball pitcher for the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Dodgers, was born in Terre Haute, Indianapolis. 1968, Allan Levine, Major League Baseball pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, was born in Park Ridge, Illinois. And happy birthday in 1968 to Larry Brown, NBA guard and executive for the Chicago Bulls, was born in Chicago, Illinois, his hometown. And ladies and gentlemen, that is sports.
Hmm. Hmm. Very interesting. I must tell you, even though you didn't mention it, the Yankees wrapped up swept the Texas Rangers this week. Their 3-game series. They swept them this week, and they won the final game. The final score was 1-0 for the final score.
They swept
So
the Rangers. They played this afternoon because today,
yeah,
usually Thursday
yeah,
when you play all week, you Thursday is like a getaway day, so they
yeah,
have an afternoon game,
yeah,
and they swept the Rangers, uh,
yeah,
and they now head on
yeah.
to the next series.
Yep, they're going to Colorado now to
Oh, they
beat
should
the.
sweep them too. Colorado, they just follow. I mean, they just fired their manager.
I
Um,
know.
it's like, oh gosh. I mean,
Everybody's having problems. I mean, it's not everybody's having problems. Well, not I wouldn't say problems, but there's always an event somewhere. There's always an event. But nevertheless, they're going to go there. They're going to play them, and we'll see what happens after that. And oh, by the way, we didn't mention it because of last week, but the Yankees beat the Mets out of 2 games out of 3,
yes, they
uh,
did.
Subway Series, and they did it at Yankee Stadium. So we will see the Mets in July at their turf or at City Field.
City
So
Field. Yeah.
but listen, I'm gonna give my props to the Mets. They play a good game. They played a good game. They're not a pushover team.
Well,
Not any.
right now they're a little angry at Juan Soto. He's not running
Yeah,
hard.
yes, I read
He's
that
not
story.
hustling. And if you want to make it into this city, whether you play for the Yankees or the Mets, and you don't give out your 100% all
Yeah,
your all in all, you're going to hear it from the fans.
yeah, I read that story. I said, what was he
Yeah.
thinking? What was he thinking? I don't know. But he didn't have a good time when he came to Yankee Stadium.
No.
He wasn't hitting too well, and of course he got booed every time he came up to the bat. Every time they saw him, even if he was standing on deck, you could hear the crowd boo him.
Well, when
Here,
you go to the enemy territory, which is the Mets, and you sign that big contract, you're going to get booed, and you lucky
so,
you might have to have security.
yeah, but something. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I mean, I would have loved him to stay with the Yankees. He's a very valuable player with the Yankees, but I'm happy for him. I'm happy for any person who could excel and do better. And the Mets are paying him handsomely, but now that he's got that kind of money coming in, he's got to play the game. He can't do what he did the other day.
That's right. He has to do his part now. That's right.
Yeah,
He has to do his part. Yeah.
I I,
Absolutely.
I hope it's not the money that's going to his head.
Well, when you sign that big contract, you should be playing twice as harder and
What is
hustling.
what is he getting? $17 million, something like that. Is it something
I
like
think
that?
it's $700 million for
$700
how
million
many
dollars.
years it is, but it's a lot. It's a big contract,
Yeah,
and it's guaranteed too. Baseball contracts are guaranteed.
yeah. I think he has a 10-year contract.
I
Am I
think
wrong about that?
he might
Or
be. He
5 year
might have it. He
5 year
might have
contract?
it. Yeah, but he's a great hitter,
Yeah.
but he doesn't hustle, and he's a lousy defense. He doesn't play defense very well in the outfield.
Well, he did with the Yankees.
That
He did.
was that was not great defense. That was solid. They, when they find a fielder who doesn't play well, they have to hide him where the ball is not going to get to him. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
and plus he was a DH also as well too. When you're DH, that's hiding.
Well, right now the Yankees have a good outfield going. They got Cody Bellinger. Um, let's see. Every once in a while, you see Aaron Judge in center field, and then he plays right field. Wherever he needed, he go. But he can cover all of those areas. You
Aaron
know.
Judge is having a terrific start for this
Yes,
season.
he is. He
Playing
is.
well, batting over 400,
He
lead the league
is.
in home runs and everything. So,
Yeah.
but we didn't hit
So when I
June
see
yet. So yeah,
whenever I see him strike out, I said, okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it because he's human. Because he hits, he plays and he hits more than the average person on the Yankees.
yeah,
So I guess maybe that's probably why he's a captain.
yep, for
I don't
sure.
know. Okay, so listen, this is going to be a long weekend. You got anything planned for it?
Yeah, I'm going to be going out to the other side in North Carolina. I'm going to go to Greensboro, North
Oh,
Carolina.
Greensboro. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna they asked me, my cousin Warren, who
Yeah.
usually find him on the coffee hour, is having a
Yeah.
little cookout, and he asked me to smoke him a turkey. So right now it's being prepped. See, as a chef like me, you gotta prep. I took it out the freezer on Tuesday,
Uh-huh.
let it thaw out because it takes a day and a half to thaw out. So today I brined it. Mary, I hope you're paying attention to this here. This is a recipe that you're gonna enjoy. And so I brine it and then put it in the refrigerator. And after you take it out tomorrow morning or afternoon, you're gonna rinse it off with cold water, and then you're gonna just make a paste of all different herbs and have garlic butter, and then you're gonna put on your gloves. You're gonna lift up the skin all the way to the skin and just stick your hand in there and just rub in there, and then you put your seasoning in there. You're gonna let it sit in the refrigerator for overnight, so then the season could just get into the turkey. After that, early Saturday morning, around 6 a.m. or so, it's gonna go right in the smoker. Oh, I can't wait. I'm
You
making
got
you.
your work cut out. You got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, but that's not all. Sunday, the next day afterwards, going to go across the street to my neighbor's house. He asked me to bake 3 slabs of ribs.
Oh boy.
So yeah, so it's gonna be a busy weekend. But Monday is the holiday, so
Yeah,
Monday it will be sports, Netflix, Prime Video, or catch up on all my shows for sure.
that's right. That's right. Mary had a question for you. I don't know if you've seen it. I seen it down at the bottom. She heard about the Knicks and what happened yesterday.
Well, what happened yesterday, Mary, is simple that the Knicks got relaxed. They thought they had the game in hand. They were tired as well, too, because one thing about the Indiana Pacers, they got depth. When I say depth, DEPTH, they got a bench of some thoroughbreds. They got a lot of young guys on the team. While the Knicks only play 7-man rotation and they get tired. So Indiana kept on, the pace was so uplifting, was fast and furious, and it just wore the Knicks out. And then we know about that shot at the end where the ball bounced high up in the air, and it almost went into the rafters and then came down, and he thought it was that he scored was a 3-pointer, but no, it wasn't a 3-pointer. It was just a regular 2-pointer, and that's what happened. And they went into overtime, and Indiana took over from there. But the Knicks fans, I wasn't at the Garden last night, but to what I'm hearing from others and watching on TV, it was like this is how is like the air was just sucked out of Madison Square Garden. All those stars was there, so.
Didn't didn't they send Boston home packing?
They sure did. They send the world champions home packing, but this is a new team here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
All right. Well, I are you back here tomorrow? Yes.
Be here tomorrow. Yeah, I don't have to be where I be at until 12 o'clock. So yeah, I'll be in. I'll be in tomorrow with some more sports, maybe some more updates, and hope to see you all there. In the
Sounds
meantime,
good.
huh?
Sounds good.
Yeah. So everybody have a good evening. Be safe and enjoy.
Okay, take care of yourself. See you tomorrow morning.
Take care.
All right. It's Brian Camp, ladies and gentlemen, with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. He'll be back tomorrow morning. Yeah. And he'll be here with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update before he takes on his weekend. He's got a great weekend coming up. I wish I could be there. I wish I could be there. But I'm going to do a local thing here in New York while I'm here. What that is, I don't know. I don't have any specific plans. I'm just going to let the wind take me there. Just going to let the wind take me there. And I hope it takes me to a nice place and not a bad place. If you're just watching us, the name of the show is called Talk Back Live. And my name is Frank Allan, and I'm going to be with you for the balance of the show. And all of you who are watching us right now, tell your friends. We've got another 25 minutes to go in the show, somewhere in that area. To go in the show. And in the meantime, you share it with your friends. Contact your friends. If you haven't done it yet, cut and paste the platform that you're on and send it to them. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, and let them see. And then they'll click onto it and they'll come here. Share the rest of the show with them. We look forward to seeing them there. Okay? So do that for us. And Mary, I want to thank you for reminding me. Because I did mention the fact that we're going to have a long weekend. We're going to have a long weekend. It's going to be the weekend that we celebrate the military people, but we cook out at the same time. That's Memorial Day. That's coming up. But Mary reminded me that it's also Fleet Week. Fleet Week. And I don't know why I didn't remember that. Usually here in New York, Fleet Week is announced all over the place. The ships are coming in, they're dropping off the military guys, particularly the sailors, and they spend a whole week in New York City touring the town or tearing up the town or do whatever they want to do. And we welcome you guys, by the way. We welcome you guys. Any one of you guys out there who are watching and happen to be watching this show and you're here on Fleet Week, and you're watching us right now, let us know. Let us know so we can acknowledge you and salute you. We salute all of you military guys and gals for taking care of everything. So there you have it. Thank you, Mary. I really, what would I do without you guys? All right. I can't think of everything, but I just don't know why it just didn't dawn on me when I mentioned Memorial Day. Automatically, you got to remember Fleet Week. I don't know. I'm in a cloud somewhere, but thank you, Mary. See, that's the good thing about having people like Mary and people who come in, who watch the show on a regular basis, keep me informed of a lot of things that I may skip over or I should be talking about that I totally forget about. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So there you go. We got all of that going. And we've got you going with us. So we want you to stay with us for the rest of the show. Now let's go back in time. All right. Because back in time on this day in history in 1954, KREX TV Channel 5 in Grand Junction, Colorado is a CBS station. They started their first broadcast on this day in history in 1956. The Bob Hope Show last aired on NBC TV. On this day in 1961, Mother-in-law. Remember that music? That was sung by Ernie K. Doe. That made the #1 on the charts, and that was written and produced by pianist Allan Toussaint. On this day in history, 1962, the 14th Emmy Awards go to the Bob Newhart Show, E.G. Marshall, and Shirley Booth. On this day in history, 1965, the Beatles, Ticket to Ride, their single, they go up to #1. On this day in history, 1973, President Nixon confesses his role in the Watergate cover-up. On this day in history, 1974, Julie and Jackie, How Sweet It Is, music and comedy variety show. There was a special starring Julie Andrews and Jackie Gleason airs on ABC TV. Back in 1985, A View to a Kill. That was the 14th James Bond film, and that starred Roger Moore, also starring Grace Jones and Christopher Walken. That premiered in San Francisco. Back in 1992, Johnny Carson does his final appearance on as the host of The Tonight Show. In 1995, TV sitcom Laverne and Shirley, the 20th anniversary reunion special, was aired. Actor Laurence Olivier was born on this day in 1907. He was born in Dorking, England, in the UK. He died July 11th, 1989, at the age of 82 years old from cancer. On this day in history in 1910, Johnny Olson, radio personality and television announcer of The Price is Right, was born in Windham, Minnesota, and he died in 1985. On this day in history, 1914, jazz pianist Sun Ra was born in Birmingham, Alabama. He died in 1993. And back in 1922, television producer of The Fugitive, Cannon, The Streets of San Francisco, and Barnaby Jones, Quinn Martin was born in New York City. He died in 1987. On this day in history, in 1927, actor Michael Constantine. Remember, he was in that sitcom called Room 222. He was born in Reading, Pennsylvania, and he died in 2021. On this day in history, in 1930, jazz musician Kenny Ball was born in Ilford, Essex, and he died in 2013. On this day in history, 1940, television news journalist Bernard Shaw, who appeared on CBS, ABC, and CNN, was born in Chicago, Illinois. He died in 2022. On this day in history, in 1941, actor Paul Winfield was born in Los Angeles, California. He died in 2004. In 1942, actress Barbara Parkins, who played Betty on Peyton Place, was born in Vancouver, British Columbia. Model Naomi Campbell was born on this day in 1970 in London, England. She's 55 years old today. Back in 1956, actress Anita Ekberg weds actor and singer Anthony Steele in Florence, Italy, and they got divorced in 1959. In 1971, filmmaker Oliver Stone weds Nuja Sarkis, and they got divorced in 1977. In 1980, that girl, actress Marlo Thomas, weds TV show host, talk show host Phil Donahue until his death in 2024. In 2003, actor and comedian Kevin Hart weds Tori Skipper. They got divorced in 2011. In 2001, actress and former fitness guru Jane Fonda divorces CNN founder Ted Turner after 10 years of marriage. U.S. First Lady Martha Washington died on this day in 1802 at the age of 70 years old. She was born June 13th in 1731, and she was born in Kent County, Virginia. Poet and playwright Langston Hughes died on this day in 1967. He was 65 years old from complications after abdominal surgery related to prostate cancer. He was born February 1st of 1902 in Joplin, Missouri. In 1998, actor John Derek. Now, if you don't know who John Derek is, you have to remember, if you watch the Ten Commandments, he was the guy that played Aaron. I think it was a character, Aaron. Yeah. It was Aaron, or I think it was Aaron. Brian, if you're out there, let me know. John Derek. Anyway, he died at the age of 71 years old. Actor Whitman Mayo, who played Grady Wilson on Sanford and Son. He died at the age of 70 years old. In 2017, actress Dana Merrill from Operation Petticoat and Butterfly 8 dies at the age of 93 years old. And that's what's happening on this day in history. And those of you who may know anything that's happening on this day in history, please let us know so we could just do it along and let other people know about it, because we don't know, we can't actually know everything. but we depend on you for all of that. Okay, just in case you're just joining us, the name of the show is called Talk Back Live. And my name is Frank Allan. We thank you so much for being along with us. We appreciate you guys for keeping our country safe. And that's Mary talking to all of you military guys. And I concur, as I always do, because we love you guys. If nobody does, if no one loves you, remember I love you. Okay? All right. Okay. We always tell you guys, if you'd like to talk to us, of course, feel free, like Mary. Mary is not shy. She talks all the time. So you can do the same thing. And you want to talk to Mary, you want to say hi to Mary, say hi to Mary. You say hi to me, say hi to Brian. We're all here. And to everyone that's here. All right. But in case you just don't want to get involved in conversation just yet, but you'd like to get in touch with me, I have two sources of how you can do that. I have an email address and a telephone number, which I'll give you right now. And what I'm going to do first is give you the email address. The email address is frankallanprod@aol.com. That's frankallanprod@aol.com. Allan is spelled Allan, and that's a very important detail. Prod is PROD. That's short for production. That's frankallanprod@aol.com. That's frankallanprod@aol.com. Or you can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The phone and the emails are always open. The number is 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. And as I said, when you get in contact with us, you can get in contact with us for any reason, even if it's no more to say than hello, I watched the show, or maybe you want to critique our show. That's good. We always encourage people to do that because we would like to know where you stand with us as we stand with you. All right. We want to make the show as best as we can do. And if you have any criticism, we take them. We take constructive criticisms here. Now, if everybody tells you, oh, you're great, man, you're great, and no one ever criticizes you, then you're not really great. So I bring it on. So bring it on. Just do it diplomatically. That's all I ask. All right. And like I said, if you have anything you want us to announce here or get out there to the public, feel free. Let us know. Give us that information. You could come here and do it yourself. Or if sometimes you can't actually make the show, you could email us or call us and leave a message. And we'll get all of that information. The producers will write it down and pass it along to me. And of course, I'll put it right out here on the air for you. Okay. Anything at all. Just get in touch with and keep all of the information in your electronic devices, such as your telephone, your computers, your tablets. And because whenever you need it, it's right there handy for you. It's not like you have to carry a black book anymore. No one does that anymore. You carry your phone everywhere you go, right? And some of you guys take your laptops everywhere you go. All right. And it's right there at your disposal. All right. So let me give you that phone number again. The phone number, email address first. How about that? I'll start with that. I always do. frankallanprod@aol.com. That's frankallanprod@aol.com. Telephone number, once again, is 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467-134. I mentioned earlier in the show that we are in this particular month celebrating also Jewish Heritage Month, and I told you I was going to bring back because, of course, you guys have already heard, with this celebration, two staff members of the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C., a young couple who, by the way, were getting ready to get engaged. And they came to Washington, D.C. to celebrate and to go to the museum innocently. And unfortunately, there were shots fired and they got caught in it. And according to what I have here, it was a young couple on the verge of becoming engaged, as I already said, and they were fatally shot. They were fatally shot Wednesday, just yesterday, as a matter of Wednesday evening, while leaving the event at the Jewish Museum. And the suspect yelled. They caught him. By the way, the name of the suspect His name is, do I have it here? I did have it here, but I don't, oh yeah, his name is Isaiah, is this Isaiah? I think his name is Alice, Alice Rodriguez. Alice Rodriguez, that's how it's spelled here. Alice Rodriguez, 30 years old from Chicago. Um, and they're still investigating. They caught him, they apprehended him, and as they apprehended him, he went in yelling, "Free, free Palestine, free, free Palestine." You know, but the couple, yeah, the couple, Sarah Milgram and Yoran Lischensky, Yoran Lischensky and Sarah Milgram. That was the couple that were here in Washington, not here in Washington, I'm in New York, but we're in Washington celebrating, and I would imagine they were celebrating the Jewish holiday, the Jewish month, Heritage Month. And as I said, they were about to become engaged, and they got shot. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. This situation is a bad situation where you can't even do anything anymore. You can't even go to church anymore. You can't even go to synagogues anymore without going through metal detectors and things like that. That's not how it's supposed to be, you know. And so I'm not going to even talk about what comes out of the White House. I'm not going to even talk about what they sent out, talking about this should never happen again. It shouldn't have happened in the first place, first of all. This should never happen in the first place, and in Washington, D.C. yet, you know. But they did apprehend the perpetrator, and I have a feeling he's going to be gone for a long, long time. So what I want to do is that I just figure I just bring it out there, and I don't know what to say. All I can say is just like prayers to their family, prayers to their family. And I know their family going through a hard thing right now with this whole thing, but that's all I can say. What can we say? But just keep our minds and our thoughts open, prayer to them. And we wish the family well, and we wish them strength. That's exactly what they need, is strength. And may they rest in peace. And what can I say? What can I say? Okay, so anyway, he was 30 years old. He's out of Chicago. I don't know if he actually lives there. They getting, as the information comes in, and who knows, I may get some tomorrow. I don't know who. We may get some tomorrow. We may get some the next thing. I don't know. But whatever information I get on that, of course, you watch the news too, because we're only on once a week, and the news will give you all of that information as well. Okay, for all of you people, you've heard that the House passed the tax and spending bill. They passed it, and they passed it by only just one measly vote. 215 to 214. And it happened this afternoon. I was watching it on TV this afternoon when the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, is that his name? Mike Johnson. I'm not good with these names because I really don't care too much about them, but I only remember his little smug look when he pounded the gavel and said the bill is passed. All right. And so what does this mean? So this means that it's going to be a cut in Medicaid, possibly Medicare. I've heard stories about Social Security. I've got to get all of that information. You got to see exactly what they're saying. They're not saying too much about Social Security, but people are believing that they're going to tax Social Security, which to me, what sense does that make? Because if you're taxing Social Security, you're taxing something that you earned. You're taxing something that was due to you anyway. So you're putting more money back into the system. When you were working, if you're retired and you were working and now you're collecting Social Security and that's your only income, and you have to pay taxes on that. I don't know about that. We'll have to find out about that. It doesn't make sense. So we've got our ears and our eyes open and finding out what's happening, what's going on with all of this. This is just as terrible. It's really terrible. Anyway, I've got those movies. I have a couple of, well, I won't say movies because I usually look on Turner Classic Movies. Now, on Turner Classic Movies, I give you a list of them, but I don't have anything from Turner Classic Movies this week. But I have a couple of documentaries that I think I'd like you to check out. I think they're worth checking out. And the first one is on Netflix. Everybody, well, not everybody have Netflix, but if you do, you know where to go. And if you don't, go to a friend's house and check it out. This is called The Two Killings of Sam Cooke. It's the Sam Cooke story. And you can find this on Netflix at any time at all. When we get off the air here, if you want to go and watch it now, you can do that. It's called The Two Killings of Sam Cooke. It's a great documentary, and it's right there on Netflix. The other one I have is another documentary, one of my favorite kind of people who I had the pleasure of being in her company. She's no longer with us. I Am Raquel Welch. It's a story about actress Raquel Welch, and you can check this out. It's a good documentary. It's on the CW. Now, you can go and watch the CW app. If you have the app, the CW app, that's how you'll get it. It's called I Am Raquel Welch. And you check it out. Now, nothing on Turner Classic Movies, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't go there. Go to Turner Classic Movies, right? Go down the line of Turner Classic Movies. You have cable, go down the line there because they may be movies, even though I didn't mention any, but they may be something there that you may want to watch anyway. Okay? But I don't have any picks of the weeks for it this weekend. So what you do is go there and go down the lines, a long list of programs right throughout the week and right throughout the weekend that you may want to put on your bucket list to watch for this weekend. Okay, for the holiday. Okay, and check it out. Now, while you're there, you could also check out some of the free movies that are available from A to Z. It's chock full of them. They're right there, right? And you can check them out and see what's happening. On demand, you have pay-per-view movies, whether it's movies or sports, pay-per-view. You have movies that are in the movies theaters right now that are on here. You have to pay a little more, but the popcorn, the peanuts, and Cracker Jacks are free because you make that available to yourself, right? Also, you could see or watch some of the movies that were once in the theater not too long ago. Pay a little less for that. Okay. And then you have children's program, you have documentaries, all the networks are there. You can find whatever you missed. If you missed a sporting event for some reason, for the most part, you can go back the following day and check it out on demand. In some cases, not all cases, but some cases, you can find them without commercial interruption. Okay. So you have all of those things available. All the networks, Lifetime movies. You like those Lifetime movies? Well, the Lifetime app is there as well, and you can check out what's happening there. All right, a whole kinds of great shows. It's right there, so check it out. It's fun. It's going to be fun to watch. Okay, so let me tell you about these movies once again. Okay, it's the Two Killings of Sam Cooke documentary. That's on Netflix. You can watch that anytime you like. And of course, you have on CW, on the CW app, I Am Raquel Welch. All right, that's what I have for you this week. I hope you get a chance to enjoy them. They're good. I'm not going to tell you about them because I don't want to give it all away, but they're interesting. A lot of those interesting things going on with these movies, and you can check it out. Okay. All right. I'm not really, all of this week, when you watch the news and you find out little things like this whole thing dominating the news about the shooting that took place in Washington, D.C., it's not a good thing. And it's like I said, these things should have never happened in the first place. Because frankly, I get sick and tired of the politicians saying, oh, we're going to deal with this. This hatred has to stop. The I can't think of her name. The Attorney General Blondie, or whatever her name is. See, I'm not good with these names. She was the one that came out and said, this hatred has to stop. And this is a lady that's in an administration where they foster hate. and we shouldn't have this anymore. This has to stop. We might have to make sure this doesn't happen again. Well, folks, it should have never happened in the first place. So God bless you. God bless the families of all of them. And that's going to wrap it up for me, ladies and gentlemen. I am out of here until tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. I will return with the coffee hour. Brian Kemp will be with me with the latest developments in today's world of sports. I'm going to be looking forward to seeing you as well. I hope that you have a lot of fun. Mary, good night. And we hope to see you tomorrow as well. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a pleasant good night. And I'll see you soon. Take care.
You've been watching Talk Back Live with your host Frank Allan. The producer is Al Dale. Technical assistant Dave Taylor. Research by Sandy Pierce. And I'm your announcer Donna Stenke. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Talk Back Live.